Story time of when I moved into my first apartment and it turned out to be haunted. Now, this story took place in Brooklyn, New York, 2010. Typical time when I wanted to move out my mom's house and I was like ready to get my own place. So, boom, I gave the landlord a call and we decided to meet up to view the apartment. So he shot me the address and I got there before him. So now I'm just waiting out the building for him and waiting for him to arrive. And that's the time I'm waiting for him to arrive, I've noticed there's a lot of cats in the neighborhood. Now, I didn't think nothing of it until two cats come around and just started fighting in front of me out of nowhere. Now, mind you, I got a thing for cats. For some reason, ever since I was a kid, cats will arrive in strange current events. Mind you, these cats are fighting tooth and nail in front of me. Okay, and I didn't think nothing of it because I'm so excited. I'm about to get my keys into my first apartment. Like, I'm not even thinking, yo, this is like a red flag here. So anyway, the landlord finally arrives. And I'm not thinking nothing about the cats, whatever. So we go inside, we view the apartment. I loved it. Everything is legit. He said I could move in the first. Great. The first weekend, nothing. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't get a chance to fill into an apartment because, you're excited. Your adrenaline is up. Now, the second week, that's when the strangest shit started to happen. Now, my first strange encounter was I was in my bedroom sitting down and I started hearing footsteps coming from my hallway. Now, I'm peeking, I'm looking. I'm thinking to myself, man, I live on the first floor. And this is the type of building that, like, you could literally see people walking by like the front window because I'm in the first floor or whatever. So if you push the curtains, you could actually see like the sidewalk and stuff. So I didn't think nothing strange of it. I'm just thinking it's people until the second encounter when I was in the bathroom. I was in the shower and I heard footsteps now a little bit closer behind my bathroom door. Now I stopped everything. I'm like, okay, this is a little freaking. This is freaking me out. This is not coming from upstairs. I peeked out the bathroom. I looked around, didn't see anybody. So I kind of like shook that off a little bit. I mean, I find it a little strange, but I encountered some strange shit in my life, so I didn't really like think heavy of it until the third week. Now I come home from work, I wanted to wash my hair, and as you're washing your hair, when you got your eyes closed, the soap is in your eyes, and a little intrusive thought starts to pop up in your head. Now, mind you, I'm alone. You know what I'm saying? My first time being alone by myself, everything seems a little bit, eerie and scary because you're by yourself. Now, as I'm washing my hair, I have this strange, eerie feeling that someone is standing next to me. Like, I can literally feel a presence standing next to me. Now, mind you, I'm a very intuitive person. I could see, smell, hear energy like no other. So I'm washing my hair real quick, trying to peek and open my eyes like, okay, yo, who the fuck is standing in front of me? I look over, I look around, I don't see anyone, but I do feel a fucking presence. Now, my big mistake was I didn't cleanse the place. I didn't cleanse the apartment. That was my bad. So I hit my mom up and I told her what's going on. And she's looking at me like, so you mean to tell me you moved into this place without cleansing it? She's like, you're supposed to remove whatever energy, whatever presence that was there, you got to move it out to make sure that, your energy is there and, everything is good. I'm like, yeah, I know, Mom, but I didn't get a chance to do that. Can you come through and do it for me? She said, I don't got time. I'll do it like, the following week when I get the chance and come around. I'm like, all right, boom. Now, this is when it started to get a little bit more strange. I'm heading to sleep the following night and my TV just popped, it just turned on. So I'm like, all right, hold on a second. My television is just turned on by itself. Now I'm starting to freak out. Now I'm looking around to see if I sat on the remote or something. I'm like, maybe it was just me. And I'm like, nah, my remote control is across from me. So yeah. So now I'm starting to feel like, okay, yeah, there's definitely someone in this household, a spirit walking around. So I called my mom again and I was like, Ma, I feel like you need to come here ASAP, you know what I'm saying? And cleanse this space for me because, yeah, there's something going on. Now, mind you, I didn't want to move out. This is my first place. I wasn't trying to move back to my mom's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, as soon as she cleans this place and everything is good, then, I could go about my business. Nah, it didn't happen like that. So at the time being, my mom told me to like just stage the place and stuff like that until it's time for her to come and bless the whole entire apartment and to get rid of whatever lingering spirit that was there. I did that. It worked for a few days, maybe like a week or whatever, until the following week later, it started happening again. Now this time it got a little bit more stranger. And so anyway, as I'm sleeping, I could feel a presence standing in front of me. And now I'm like, okay, now I can't sleep. Because I'm opening my eyes and I'm like, I feel a presence in front of me. I toss and turn. I try to fall asleep. My alarm finally goes off. And I'm trying to like open my eyes. And as I'm trying to open my eyes, I go into a deep sleep paralysis. Now this is the part when it gets scary. As I'm trying to get up from this sleep paralysis, I felt a heavy presence jump over me and land on my bed. My bed actually shook. Like it bounced up and down. Now mind you, I can't fucking move. I'm fighting for my life trying to get up. And I'm panicking. Now I go into this deep trance sleep. And as I'm in a deep trance sleep, I noticed that I'm in a vivid, crazy dream. And I'm like, okay, I'm going through a sleep paralysis. I felt like it was a dream, but it wasn't. It was me, my spirit, really walking around the house as I was still asleep. It was kind of like an out-of-body experience. Now I'm walking around my apartment, and my apartment seems a little tad bit old. It's not how I viewed it, not how I decorated. I felt like I went back in time of when this apartment was first built. I noticed like weird furniture, old furniture, even like a gas lamp or whatever. And I noticed that it was sunny outside, but when I opened the door, it was dark. Now, I don't know what was going on between the times or whatever realms that I was in, but I know my body shot back. I shot back into my body. I popped up and jumped up from the sleep paralysis, whatever. I forgot to mention that I was saying the prayer at the time, and I got up immediately. Now, at that time, I put my clothes on and I went straight to my mom's house. I was like, no, I'm not having this shit. I went to my mom. I even called out that day from work. I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, you need to come to my house immediately, okay? This is what happened. This is what's going on. And she was like, oh, you sure it's not a known present, spirit that I'm familiar with? And I'm like, no, this is not family. This is not a close relative. This is somebody else. Now, my mom looked at me and was like, oh, no. So she went and got some few, spiritual items for me to cleanse the house, some prayers and stuff like that. And she said, as soon as you walk into your apartment, this is what you're going to do. She came afterwards, but, she helped me cleanse the place up and everything. But the strange thing I forgot to mention, every time I encountered this spirit, the cat that was in front, from the beginning of the story, it was a brown cat, was always by my windowsill, my bedroom windowsill. Like I could be literally sleeping and I'll open and I would look at my window in my bedroom and see the cat on the windowsill. Because again, I'm on the first floor. So anyway, fast forward, we cleansed the apartment and we got rid of whatever lingering spirit that was there. Because at this time, the energy was just getting thicker and thicker, and I didn't want it to get any worse. You know what I'm saying? And when you encounter something like that, you definitely want to handle it ASAP. So this right here is a period of 3 freaking weeks. But shortly after, like 2 months or 3 months after, it was like 3 months afterwards, I decided to fucking find another place. Because at that time, it was other things that I was encountering, like, rodents, water damage. It's kind of like, at that time, I just felt like my spirit team was just basically pushing me out that apartment. They didn't want me there at all. The cats were still started arriving even more. I will come home from work and there'll be cats like near my door or cats near my windowsill outside. I just got this eerie feeling of they just wanted me the fuck out. So yeah, I got out of there. They shoved me out of there. My spirit team got me out of there. And I ended up finding a better apartment that wasn't haunted. So yeah, that's my spooky story.